Hi, so in this video I'm going to explain the mechanics behind the Doggy Racetrack in Zelda Majora's Mask. So this is a video I've wanted to do for quite some time. I actually meant to make it about 3 years ago, never got around to it. Now is as good a time as any, so without further ado, let's jump into the analysis. So, if you're familiar with the game, you probably already know that certain dogs have a higher win rate than others. They have some sort of inherent advantage, and this comes down to their base speeds. This is very noticeable between the gold dog and the blue dog. The gold dog wins very often, the blue dog never wins. So this table just shows the figures. It's ordered left to right in terms of how good the colour of dog is overall, just based on these stats. So don't worry for a moment about initial speed, main speed, recalculation. Now the actual movement speed introduces some randomness, which makes it impossible to predict with certainty what the outcome of a race will be. However, the multipliers have a much more significant effect, and I'll explain these as I get to them. So here I have an aerial view of the racetrack, and I have the active paths marked. So at each node of this path is where the speed recalculation happens. And that just means the random element is re-rolled. The dog gets a slightly different speed at each of the nodes of the path. Now I've overlaid two areas in which there are different rules for the speed calculation. So in the blue area is where the dog uses its initial speed. Outside of the blue area, it always uses its main speed. The green area is where the dog will receive a sprint multiplier. And once it enters the green area, its speed will not be recalculated. And the random element will just be removed. So it will just use its main speed multiplied by its sprint multiplier. The first dog to enter that zone will just get a sprint multiplier of 1. Every other dog will get a multiplier that's proportional to the amount of time that's passed since the first dog entered that zone. So each successive dog will get a slightly bigger sprint multiplier. The next point to cover is the most significant. So again, if you're familiar with the game, you'll know that you can use the Mask of Truth to read the dog's moods. And these are randomly assigned every time that you enter the Doggy Racetrack. So let's have a look at how the mood affects the race. So there are 3 types of mood that your dog can have. And the way that you know is just to read the first word of the text box. So these are positive mood, neutral, and negative. A dog with a positive mood will get a 20% speed boost whenever it's not in first position. And this is the reason why in most races you'll get a group of 4 or 5 dogs that are quite a way ahead of the rest, because they all have a positive mood. A neutral mood just follows the rules that I've already explained, no benefits. A negative mood means that the dog will not get a sprint multiplier once it moves into the sprint zone. So that covers just about everything. I hope this video gave you an insight into the mechanics of the Doggy Racetrack and how to pick a dog that's likely to win the race. Thanks for watching.